Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, all in massive trouble. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the real estate merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Scott, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine and puppy dog.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the cracks, and we've got some cracks to look through today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So today we're going to unpackage something that I reported on during the euphoria, during the herd mentality, during the FOMO. This, in fact, was a housing bubble, and mainstream media and all these companies out there, the Zillows, the Redfins, the Realtor.coms, were part of the problem, not the solution. They were getting you to buy and click. They sell clicks. As a real estate agent, listen, friends, I've paid for lead service many times. I've worked at, I think, all three of these companies' lead services back before the crisis, before the bubble. And even during the bubble, I was still working a lot, I think, Realtor.com's leads. And we're going to see what they're up to now. Because for me, this is personally shameful. This is just shame. Because I, as an agent myself, this did not pass the smell test. What I saw was nothing short of insanity. This was a housing bubble. I had to bite my tongue in a lot of sales meetings. I'm like, are you guys crazy? This cannot sustain itself for many reasons, but the number one reason is really easy to understand. Anytime the housing market exhibits bubble behavior, it comes with crash risk. And this wasn't a garden variety bubble. It was a mega bubble, overnight appreciation to never seen before highs. And when I saw the grandstanding and the shameless selling of clicks by these companies, we saw what happened. Do you remember? And these companies are directly responsible and participated in and failed at it, iBuying. They were buying properties. They suffered from the same Kool-Aid drinking herd mentality as most of these Wall Street investors that are now running for the exits too. This thing has no chance of surviving. And I'm sorry to say that because I love real estate. I own real estate. I took a hit in the last bubble. I don't want to take a hit in this one, and that's why I'm here with you today, to put your needs before my own, right? And there's a lot of agents out there still thinking that somehow this time is different. And I talk to agents all over the country. I work with agents in my own city, which is still quite euphoric, but there's plenty of areas that are now reversing course. Goodbye, Las Vegas. Phoenix, you're in trouble. Miami, you're in trouble. Texas, you're in trouble as we speak. Real estate is local. All areas behave differently. Some will be the last to get hit. Some might be the first to rebound. But everybody gets touched in a deep cycle downturn. One of the things that I reported on early on is watch. Be awake. I always say iron sharpens iron. We're going to sharpen some iron today, right? Stay around like-minded people. Expect the unexpected, because this was market manipulation, no organic growth. Overnight appreciation courtesy of stimulus, not for the crisis. We're not talking today. This was somebody dropped the ball. I always say this. The second the market started to exhibit that bubble behavior, leadership should have stepped in and risen rates right away. Instead, we have sticky inflation, economy that's been put under the biggest stress test ever witnessed in human history, and we're running around playing whack-a-mole, trying to put out fires. And that's what's going to continue to happen until this thing just bursts. Something's going to happen that's just going to pinprick this thing. And even if it doesn't, even if we don't get the pinprick or the black swan event or that news piece that shocks these markets, which most likely will happen, it's going to be a slow bleed. But again, real estate's local. So just because your area is behaving differently, agents, listen up. Don't sugarcoat it. I saw a good friend of mine, I shouldn't say a good friend, a colleague, worked for the same real estate company. And, what agents are doing now on their social media, and we're going to jump over to Instagram right in a second here and look at what Realtor.com is up to, which is just baffling to me. Baffling. What agents, and I can't bring myself to do this, I really rarely post on social media unless I owe it to you as a client, maybe to show you my new listing. Come see me today at this, that. But I never, and I see these agents doing it all the time. I'm so happy for my seller. I was able to get him multiple offers and go over asking price. Well, guess what's happening now? You're not seeing that anymore. What you're seeing is I'm so happy for my buyer. I was able to get them into their new first home, and we even got it under asking price. It's completely flip-flopped, but clearly the tides have changed. This is a shift. And I think until people see like a massive downturn, blood in the streets, news reports, which are coming and we're already seeing, they're just not as sexy as some of the other news headlines that they're competing with. Otherwise, it would be all about the housing market. And eventually, believe me, it will be. As foreclosures tick up, as soon as it gets to crisis levels, it's going to be on. And there's no stopping it. Leadership can't stop it. The new president's not going to be able to stop it. If they might be able to slow it down, but you cannot stop a runaway downturn in the housing market. It is too big to save. Trust me, it's the biggest asset class on planet Earth. We tried it in the last downturn. It didn't work. We tried everything, loan modifications, anything we could. It slowed it, but it didn't stop it. It happened. So let's jump over to Instagram. Take a look at Realtor.com and see what they're now reporting on. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, friends, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors. This comes courtesy of Realtor.com's Instagram account. Homes are flooding onto the market in Las Vegas as retirees leave and investors cash out. Las Vegas is leading the nation in new home listings, with housing inventory jumping 77.6% year over year in June, a sharp contrast to last summer's tighter market. Nationwide, newly listed homes rose 6.2% from June 2023, according to the latest monthly housing report, giving buyers more options across the board. And there it is there, my friends. See how quick these people changed their tunes. They were singing rainbows and sunshine, get out and buy. They're now forced to report on the real economy. But of course, they're doing it still, so it benefits them. Buyer beware, seller, make sure you're awake. Let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. So here's the thing. This is the point I really want to make. Realtor.com went from, if you dig back into their posts during 2021, 22, probably even 23, it was all rainbows and sunshine. And now they are trying to basically get you to bite on, hey, there's a downturn. There's areas now. I click in the bio to see listings near you. It's on. And see, that's the challenge I have with this. They're so biased. Why couldn't you give real talk during the euphoria? Because they can't. They can't. Their sales meetings, and I've been part of so many sales meetings from real estate companies to every type of company you can imagine, right? From construction to car sales to real estate sales. I've done it all. Now, real estate's the path to wealth. That's what I love. I love it. As more doors you own, the better off you are. And that's why I always preach to you guys, check rent ranges, standard amount down, today's interest rate. Will my mortgage be within the property's rent range? Those are the properties I want to see. Those are the properties I'm going to continue to show you. If you're new, get subscribed, because we'll take a look at properties that pencil out or don't pencil out and get you familiar with that. But in the herd mentality, and Realtor.com certainly isn't going to help you understand that fundamental. Why? You ask, of course, I'm going to tell you. Because it limits your buyer pool. Because many houses don't pencil out. So why would you broadcast that? They're not putting your needs before their own. They are all about them. And the only reason they're reporting now on the downturn in Vegas is because they have to. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy that wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Realtor.com. Welcome to the swimming pool. Zillow, you're already in it. You failed at your iBuyer program, buying homes on an algorithm that went completely sideways, and you sold off all your holdings at a loss. You tell me, how much do you trust these companies. And while I understand, and if I was an employer and owner of one of these companies, I would have to do the same thing to try to keep employees employed. But they're throwing people overboard as well, doing layoffs like crazy. They're now trying to reach in and do the things that we've been doing since the beginning of this mess starting. I would never suggest anybody do anything that I'm not doing or willing to do myself. Insulate yourself in these times. Make sure properties pencils out. Standard amount down. Today's interest rate is my payment within the property's rent range. Show me those properties and I'll throw them an offer. In the meantime, I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with the links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless. I'll see you on the next video.